Good morning, guys. Let's get back to this for a few minutes. I think I got some other things I want to do with C1 stuff today too. Let's just see what we got here. Hope everybody's doing good. I want to try some stuff here in a few minutes with this Revell Escort that I got from our friend Punch a couple years ago, and it's just been sitting there. I got a parts kit from Pete at Scaledworld World. I got some leftover parts from this Volkswagen kit. I think I want to cut off the big fenders and put these little fenders on that Escort. So we'll look at that here in a little bit. But what we're going back to today, if you guys don't remember, we were working on the C1 carbonsignal, the new carbonsignal set from Chris Hales right here. I talked to Chris. Well, I sent him a message yesterday. I think I want 3 more of these kits. One to do another truck for myself. This truck here will be for scaledworld.net. I want to do another truck for myself. I want to cut one of these sets up and do something custom. And we want to give away Scaled World, the Diversified Scalers Club, and me, myself, Mr. Mini Dreams, would like to give away one of these kits. So hopefully the proceeds from the Mustang raffle will end to enough that we can do that. I kind of want to do just a wide body kit on a plain Sunny. I don't know what I'll do with the extra front end, because if you look, once I cut these fenders off, basically all you're going to be left with is the top of the fenders and the grill and the bumper. I'm thinking I can transplant the hood into the regular Nissan truck, but I like the looks, especially on the blue kit. If you guys don't notice, the blue kit has a different grill than the other cars, and I kind of really like that front end, and I kind of want to put Chris's extended fenders off of this one onto this 73 version. I got another truck coming. I tried to buy a 4th off of Adam Mosier, but he wants to keep one for himself. These trucks now, they're back ordered. At Hyro Boy, they're back ordered. At Hobby Link Japan, they're back ordered. Everywhere else says that they could sell them, but if you read the feedback on eBay, a lot of them say I never got the product. I don't think they ever had the product. So I get afraid to buy from somebody with, you know, if you got 100 negative feedbacks, that kind of you won't get my business. Me and Pete have talked about that before. If you get 1 or 2 feedbacks, we know you ain't going to make everybody happy. But if you're getting 100, 200 feedbacks, then we'll choose to spend our Scaled World budget somewhere else, guys. But Chris has been producing the kit. So as soon as we get the money, we can buy the trans kit, as many as we want, guys. But it's finding the truck itself for you guys that is becoming our problem. I know me and George want to take one of these and make them a short bed. If you guys don't know, they're all this one length in the kit. And me and George want to take out like a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch right through here and make them some shorties. But you know, more ideas and more time and more money. But our plan is to get 3 more of these. One I can cut up, one I can build for myself, and one we can give away to you guys. And like I said, different builders do different things with it. In this C1 kit here, it came with some bumper delete options. Pete used what he wanted to out of this kit. And I'm going to try to put the flares on. I'm going to try to get rid of the great big racing flares of that Escort. Our friend Punch was trying to make some stock panels for some of his personal Escorts. I got our friend John over there at Gap Hill Speed Shop. He is getting me another Escort, so I'm going to cut up one of my Escorts. Like I explained earlier in the week about the sponsorship, there's a great group of guys around Scaled World that help each other out. John, George, Pete. And it's something that we do because we're always giving back. We're always giving back into Scaled World or to each other. So what we're going to do today is, if you guys didn't see on the rest of this C1 stuff from Chris Hales, I got anxious. I did the rest of the body. Once I started sizing it up, I was questioning the length of the sides. After contacting with Chris, you put the front end on first, then you put the sides on, and then you adjust this back flare up to there. If you guys don't see, I got a red mark around the back flare, and what I did is once I glued this in, the way Chris has it, like I showed you guys, it has a ledge to where it glues right where it needs to on the body. So once I had that glued in, I test fitted. I always test fit, guys. I suggest you guys always do a dry test fit before you ever get glue. I'm going to turn this off for a minute. You'll see the red line. So what I do is I hold it up to the body, like I'll test fit it. I'll be holding it up to the body like this, and then I trace it so that way when I go to put the glue on there, I'm not gluing clear over here and then trying to slide it forward, and then you got, you know, body work to do way back here. So what we do is we size it up. Always size it up even before you cut, like you guys saw me do the drawing for the cut lines. How I got it to be this low is I just took a barrel drummer. Chris's resin is so nice. I just took a barrel drummer. See if you guys can't see that. It made me my own fender edge, and I just drilled down in there until I got the right height I want. Very easy, very clean. Chris gives us a great product where you won't deform the shape of it by sanding down. Just make sure that you yourself watch the edges, because you don't want to waller out this edge. And that's how I got the set. But today, what we're going to do today, now I don't see the darned old bumper anywhere. Okay, I got it. Alright, now here would be the front bumper. I got a little bit of extra, just like a piece of melted flash on there. Alright, so get that. Always size it up. It's got a little bit of an edge right here from the casting, so you want to make sure you get all that out. If you guys noticed on the banana, I didn't use a front bumper, so I'm unsure if on this one here we're going to use a front bumper or not. So far we've got a green one, a yellow one, and a red one, all showcased at scaledworld.net. You guys can go check those out. Done by Dennis Santiago, Degon, and myself so far. There's a few other trucks on there. that people have done. I can't remember the names right off, but I haven't seen. I don't know if I should do a purple or blue, just to add to the fruit thing, the fruit side of it. So if you go and look, I know I'm going to use a high compound paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm barely going to drill open that bumper. Get me a good test fit. I'm going to drill open that bumper a little bit. And I start little and then work my way up. Like I say, guys, if you guys have ever questioned on buying a C1 product, I wouldn't. Everything thus far, out of all the kits we've gotten, great resin, nice, clean, easy to work with. It is a great product. I'm not just saying that because Chris is a good friend. I'm saying that because I would rather you guys spend your money wisely than just jumping out to buying something because someone else said to buy it. If you understand what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of different outlets out here where we can be spending our money, but sometimes I know with the Ukrainian guys, with AP wheels, that there have been some copycats coming up on eBay. They're offering some of the same products. They're offering some of them at the same price. A few guys were a little bit higher, but sometimes it's what happens in the resin world, and you're going to have to make your own decisions on what you purchase. I decide to purchase from people I know who are actually casting it, and if there's a situation, I know I can get a hold of Mishi and he'll make it right, or I can get a hold of Chris or Jeremy John, and my problem is solved without having to wait for return emails and what have you. So there's the carbon signal bumper on. Let's see what's going on here. Like I said, that's why we always do test fitting. You get to see where some of your angles lie, instead of just putting glue on it and going there. Just some small tabs I wanted to get rid of, guys. So right there keeps the bumper even. Alright. Now when we go to this piece right here, the way Chris has it mounted on there, you want the piece like this. So what I suggest you do, if you're going to use clippers like this, be very, very careful. Then don't try to cut all the way through. Cut each ledge. See how I did that? I'm going to cut one side against the block, the other side against the block. That way you're not trying to cut through the whole thing. Alright, now you can come back in here and clean this up. Alright, And like I always said, before you move forward, always clean up. It's best to get the best fit with the clean slate. And then be careful with resin. You don't go too far. You don't want to go in there and remove more than what is needed. Okay. And then you size this up. You do your test fitting. I'll move that bumper. And like I said, it's all personal preference on what you want to do, how you want to do it. For me, it looks like it's just a bit wide. If I'm going to go right at it, it looks just a bit wide for my liking. If I was to place it down here, see how it's a bit wide, guys? Well, my fat thumbs are in the way. It's a bit wide. So what I'm going to do, now this is just my own personal preference. I'm going to get rid of this ledge. I'm going to get rid of this lower ledge right here. Come on, focus. I'm going to get rid of this whole little edge. And I'm going to put me a piece of plastic in there. And I can't get the darned old chassis out. That's how good Chris's kits fit. It's like building the kit. Alright. So basically, I'm just going to start with my 80 grit sandpaper. I'm going to go. And I'm just going to level it off. I'm using the ledge Chris gave us in that front end to be my line. And that's if some of you guys ain't ever dealt with resin. This is something that we deal with in resin. Because resin is done with a rubber silicone style mold. So there is shifting as sometimes when the resin is getting hard, if the mold ain't thick enough, it will enlarge, or if it's too thick over time, the molds will get dry and they can either enlarge or they could shrink. And that's just something that you as an experienced modeler will have to come to rectify. And it's an easy fix. On most part, it's an easy fix because it doesn't get elongated or shortened so much to they're non-usable. We do have some companies out there that do short runs and their quality control doesn't catch it. They're just out there for the sale. And so just me sizing that up will give me a better fit, just like that. And then we can add some plastic to the back to give it the hinge, to give it an anchor to glue to. I got a damn fly in the way, guys. So we'll do that. See, I sanded that flat, and now this right here is going to fit a little bit better. We'll get some plastic behind there to help hold that, and then we can center it up. See right there, just sanding that little bit off there gave it room to go up. And now you see it's cleaning up that gap really well. Yeah, it's been over 100 degrees here this week, guys, every day. It's killer hot. Yesterday, I think I pissed my neighbors off because wife gets up and goes to work at 6:30 in the morning, and I got up and cut the grass. I got up and was cutting the grass. You got to beat the heat. I washed the van. All right. Again, guys, if you guys don't notice, up here on my parts trays, all the yellow stickers. What I do is I got 0.10, 0.15, 0.20, 0.25, 0.30, 0.40, 0.45, and then oversizes, which would be stuff that is super, super duper thick. So what I do is I always keep pieces of sheet styrene after I've cut something up to build something, and yeah, Wayne. And then what I do is I'll put the plastic right down here and give me something flush to mount to. The way Chris has it set up is you're going to glue it right to that lower valance like that. Where'd the bumper go? Chris has it set up to do this, fellas. I'm going to lower mine a little bit. Do my own take on it. For some reason I'm not liking the way that bumper is going on. And the beauty of building for Scaled World is, like you guys hear me keep saying, I'm going to do my take on it. Pete lets me do what I feel I want to do with the builds that I do for Scaled World. So I got great leniency. So if I don't like it, I'm not going to use it. I told Pete I'd always build my cars as if I'd always build his stuff as if it was my stuff. And the way Chris has it set up, the front end goes together like so, fellas, like that. I'm going to lower this a little bit and give it a little bit of a dropped look, so mine's going to look a little different than your guys' when you guys go to build this. So I size it up, clip it. Now let's get some glue on this baby. Summer school is out. Kids are home all the time, so if I'm going to do these videos, guys, it'll probably be early morning like this. Guys, our friends over at ISM, starting July 1st through the month of July into August, they're doing road cars, a race, a road rally cars, I believe it is, not rally. What am I trying to say? They're doing road cars. Yeah, they're doing road cars, so stay in tune over there for that. John just went to a local show down there in Tennessee. Well, he's in Alabama, so not a local show, but he drove up to Tennessee to a show, picked up some really great kits at a super deal. I've been after one of the cars I told him I'd been after. He said he'd been after too, and that's when you hang around people that look for the same shit, the same stuff, I'm sorry guys, that look for the same stuff. It's cool to play tag with, because John was, well, like, well, I picked this up, and I'm like, well, I don't have that version, but I have this version, and me and John spent some time on the phone the other night just having, just messing about. Before I glue that piece on there, guys, I'm just cleaning up the flash out of the lower grill, so that way I know exactly where I need to be. I don't close up anything that needs to be open. We must be getting some rain here, guys, because I got fly bothering the crap out of me. Guys, if you guys are in the market for anything, like the purchase wise or something like that, Brian Buster just cleaned out a few collections. He just been doing some clearance shopping at his local Hobby Lobbies, picking up stuff. Check out the Sell Shack, see what's on there, see what you guys can pick up. Maybe it's something you can't get local anymore. Maybe you guys don't have access to a store in general. Go check out the Sell Shack. Also, Mark Andrews, Adam Mosier, Francisco. There's a lot of the guys that are doing the Facebook page. Where you need me to be at? Right here? Is that a good picture? They've been doing the Facebook People's Choice auctions. And then they go live. It could be a couple hours long. All kinds of stuff gets posted. Built up bag parts, rebuilders, new kits, show winning built ups. I think one of Joe Schaefer's builds last night sold for $400. It's a super beautiful, clean 64 Thunderbolt. Great group of guys that hold auctions. Some nice stuff. We've gotten some nice stuff. I picked up a few things. One of the things I picked up this week for a future build is I got this little turd. We're going to see what we can do with it. I got this for $7. And we'll see what we can do with the little 4-door neon. It is a promo. But you guys know me. I love working with snap togethers, promos, anything that tweaks my brain, I will put to work. The convertible we're working on for Scaled World Challenger. It came from the People's Choice live auction on Facebook. There's some good people on there, funny people. We've been having, a good blast buying a few things from over there. Just watching the auctions themselves are pretty cool. Just to see what people are letting go of, what people want, and see how high prices go. Okay. Now with me adding that piece of plastic in there, it's not even. I'm going to use it to size it up. Now I can lower this piece that I want lower, but first we're going to have to add some pieces to the side. Yeah, I'm sorry for you Canadian bound brothers up there. You guys are being shadowed with that. But in the same sense, when we're purchasing from Jeremy John up there in Canada or whatnot, we're we got to pay the shipping back here too, so we understand it on both sides. That's like buying the stuff we buy from UMP, their exchange rate and then the shipping cost from over there to over here. So it's not just you Canadian brothers, but it's getting bad almost everywhere when it comes to shipping. See, I kind of don't like, this is just my own taste. I kind of don't like that look. I would rather it be up here a little bit. So I'm going to add some more to this. I'm actually going to pull out my plastic strips and add to this. Let's see, here it is. So if I fill this in right here like this, like I said, I'm doing my own version of this. I'm just trying to show you guys how to work with the C1 stuff. But as I'm doing this,